Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia community service. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Hey, and you're probably wondering, where do I find the Legacy Maker Sports Network? Well, first of all, you can head over to our website at www.legacymakersports.com to check out all the latest in the sports world. Also, if you want to check us out on our social media pages, you can reach us on Facebook and in LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can reach us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports, and then you can reach us on Twitter, aka X, at Legacy Maker SPN. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Legendary Culture Films has a brand new movie out, Boys in the Woods. When the walls seem like they are closing in and it keeps getting worse, a father is on the run from a local police while dealing with a territorial beef with a rival gang. And against all the odds, his children were kidnapped and held for ransom in the streets of Amelia and Richmond, Virginia. Boys in the Woods, coming to Tubi soon. Be on the lookout from the latest great project from Legendary Culture Films. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Legacy Maker Sports Network's broadcast of today's women's college basketball matchup. We will see the Richmond Spiders coming into this matchup 19-4 on the season as they will take on the George Mason Patriots, who are 15-6. I'm Darrell Owens alongside the coach, Robin Gary, joining me today, the Amelia County High School women's basketball coach and the birthday girl. Coach Gary, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Looking forward to a good game here.
Should be a really fun contest. We've got two teams coming in here with one mission, and that is to try to be atop of the Atlantic 10 when this is all said and done. We got a crucial matchup today, pretty much a battle for second place. Coach Gary, what do you see from this George Mason team? What are you excited to see from them today?
Coming in, George Mason looks like they're guard heavy. You've got Walton. Looks like she's averaging about 19 points a game, so I'm definitely looking for big things from her, as well as Kennedy Harris coming in at 13.5 points a game. So looking for a good guard-to-guard matchup with them and the top two for Richmond with Ulstrom and Dugan.
And that's this team, this Richmond team, Ulstrom and Dugan, two of the best players in this conference, two of the best players in this country. What do you want to see from the Spiders today?
Playing here in their house, look for them to defend their house well. Definitely game has some serious playoff implications, so it will be an interesting matchup when you pair Ulstrom and Walton along with Harris and Dugan on the Richmond side.
We know that Coach Vanessa Blair Lewis has been doing this for a while, and she's been doing a really good job for Mason.
Absolutely. She has a very, very deep history in coaching, and just a fun fact for Black History Month, she is the longest tenured black female coach in Division I. She's been coaching for 27 years, a wealth of experience coming from a lot of different places, and I'm sure she has her Patriots ready.
And they have to be very excited about what's going to come here in the next couple of days or the next couple of weeks, and especially in this game, knowing what is on the line today, that number 2 spot, at least currently, in the Atlantic 10. Starting lineups are being done at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Starters for Richmond. Number 14, Allie Sweeney. This young guard had her career day a couple of days ago versus VCU. 27 points in that contest. Number 3, Alicia Newell, the young lady from Clinton, Maryland, will be the other guard. Rachel Olstrom from Auburn, Mass, averaging 15.4 points per game. Tiara Simon, way of Texas, formerly of St. Louis Billikens, but now she is over here at Richmond as a grad transfer. And then last but not least, one of the best players in the country, top 10 in scoring, Maggie Dugan from Broome Hall, Pennsylvania. On the George Mason side of things, we got Zariah Walton, 5'11", redshirt junior, averaging 19 points per game. Kennedy Harris, the guard, 13.5 points per game. Jada Brown, guard, 5'6", with 6.5 points per game. Lewis Volker with 7.6 points per game. And Awa Kamara, the 6'2" forward grad student, for 2.9 points per game. Game's about to get underway, Coach. Any last tips for both teams?
Just looking to see a lot of points on the board. Looks like Richmond's coming in at 75 points a game averaging, and Mason at 68. So get your track shoes on. I think we're ready to take off.
You know, last year a lot of people thought this was going to be the final of the A-10 tournament. It was looking that way. It was starting to feel that way. And then we saw Richmond get upset by St. Joe's on the buzzer beater. It was a crazy game. And then Mason, I said cruised their way, but they kind of led their way to their first ever Atlantic 10 championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're slowly building up here as this contest is about to get started. You hear the horn. The referees, the officials for today's game, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Jeffrey Smith, Kevin Fay, and Karen Preda. So we got a full house here, good energy. You can see the pink because this is our breast cancer awareness game. How excited for the breast cancer awareness. See you rocking your pink today.
Absolutely, absolutely. What an important cause. Lost my mother in 2005 to breast cancer, and wow, it just affects so many people, either directly or indirectly, and it's awesome to see both of these teams rocking their pink today.
Yes, Mason wearing the all-black uniforms with the pink trim. The Spiders wearing the pink uniforms with the navy blue trim. And we are underway as this game gets started. Rachel Olstrom and the Spiders will take control here in this one. Olstrom will swing it over to Dugan as she pulls for 3, and she gets the party started right as Dugan knocks down the 3.
Yes, she does. She was open, and she took advantage of it.
Great job there by Dugan, and now we'll see Brown bring it up the floor. Jada Brown was a huge part of this Mason's run last year in the Atlantic 10 tournament. We'll swing to Walden. Walden trying to drive. We'll kick it over to Brown for 3. She tries to answer back, but the Spiders, oh, no, wait a minute. We got a scramble on the floor.
Both teams getting after it early. Loose ball, everybody's down. Love to see that.
Yeah, good energy right off the bat, and you can kind of feel, Coach, that something big is about to happen here for the next 2 hours.
Absolutely. I think these girls know what's at stake.
So we'll see Mason inbound the basketball underneath their basket. Walden will take it, swing it to Volker for 3. That's going to hit off the front of the rim, and a big rebound for Mason. And another 3 opportunity, and that one will rattle out. Alstrom will get the rebound.
Yeah, it looks like Mason's having a hard time finding the hole right now.
And now Allie Sweeney with possession will drive. Pump fakes, will swing it over to Dugan on the wing. Back to Sweeney. We talked about Sweeney, Sweeney, her 27-point performance versus VCU. She only had 5 points at the beginning in that first half and then dropped 22. Now she's going to drive to the basket amongst Volker, who was right there with the stop.
Absolutely. I noticed Richmond sent no one to the offensive boards there. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out for the remainder of the game.
We'll see. Swing back to the top. Harris has the basketball being guarded by Sweeney. That's going to be a fun matchup today. Harris pull-up jumper hits off the left side of the rim, and a rebound by Mason. Another 3 attempt by Walden doesn't go, but another offensive rebound by Mason.
Yep, looks like Kamara is controlling the boards right now for Mason.
Kamara's done a really good job so far for the Patriots. Brown will give it over to Harris on the wing. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Harris thought about driving, will kick it out to Walton, and is knocked away by Alicia Newell, the pesky guard for the Spiders. And now Sweeney, behind the back, Sweeney, she almost traveled there, but was able to pick up her step. Over to Newell. Back to Sweeney, who's now driving against Volker to the glass. No, and Newell gets the offensive board. Now Ahlstrom now driving all the way with the left off the glass. Rachel Ahlstrom.
Finished under contact there. Ahlstrom made a nice move to her left.
So Ahlstrom with the basket, and it's 5-0 so far. The Harris trying to drive, and we got a offensive foul called against Mason.
Yeah, I believe that was a illegal screen. I don't know. I didn't really see that happen.
Yeah.
I'm looking right at the play and didn't see it happen, but the referees obviously saw something I didn't.
That's what they get paid to be. Like, we just try to see what we can see.
Absolutely.
As Richmond will bring the ball up the floor here. Sweeney has possession. She's being guarded by Jada Brown. Sweeney looking. Swing it over to Newell. Newell will stop on the tracks over the wing. Tipped away there by Walton, and here she comes. All the way with the left, and Walton's shot will go out of bounds. Looked like it was last touched by Richmond. 7 minutes and 5 seconds left here. We'll see Mason take the ball out of the basket. Brown will inbound, swing it over to Harris. Now Harris using the pick from Kamara, knocks it down.
Oh, she did. She used that pick by big number 2-2 and knocked down that 15-footer.
So right now, 5-2. So Dugan will swing it over to Dewey, who's now in the contest. There's a miss and a rebound by Walton.
Again, no offensive boards on Richmond's end.
Oh, we got a travel call. And it will be Spider basketball. So Dugan will take it out and hand it over to Sweeney. Still been guarded by Brown, and Sweeney takes it across half court. 6 minutes and some change left here in the first quarter in this big-time matchup between these two Atlantic 10 heavyweights. Newell will drive. Gets into a little bit of trouble. Guess who's there? It was Kamara. And there's a floater by Ali Sweeney that knocks it down.
Hey, that was a great cut to the basket by Sweeney. Instead of standing and watching, she got involved, made a hard cut, and then she got a great pass and layup.
So now we'll see Mason down by 5 early. Volker at the top will hand it off to Harris. Back to Volker for 3. Knocks it down. Lewis Volker with the 3.
Yeah, Dugan got caught on a screen there and couldn't get back in time. And that was the result, a 3-point bucket.
Now Alicia Newell working against Harris. That's going to be a fun matchup right there between the threes. And then Newell will swing it over to Dugan. Dugan looking for Ahlstrom, and a great job by Walton knocking the ball away.
Absolutely. Ahlstrom made a great cut. She had her. Got knocked away.
So we'll see Richmond take the ball out underneath the basket, 7-5. Sweeney will inbound. Over to Dugan. Dugan will get over to Tierra Simon, who's back in the contest. Simon thought about it, gets locked up by Volker there, in a little trouble. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Somebody's going to have to let it go. Sweeney driving. Ahlstrom for 3. Knocks it down. Rachel Ahlstrom.
3-ball, corner pocket.
Man.
Deep 3 for Ahlstrom.
We got a little bit of a stoppage here, I guess, trying to get some things straight, but a big 3 by Rachel Ahlstrom. I mean, just a great job of last second under pressure, coach, and able to make something happen.
Absolutely. She didn't panic. Ice in her veins.
So now Brown will give it over to Kamara. Kamara will drop it to Walton, who pulls up, knocks it down.
Right, that defense, that Richmond defense has got to get a hand in that girl's face right there. That's not gonna be good if we leave her open like that, that's for sure.
Yeah, Walton is another one of those players that had a great Atlantic 10 tournament last season. She's having a great year this year. You're going to have to watch out for her the entire game. Ball's knocked away, and that's Jada Brown scrapping there to get the stop.
Love to see that. Had jerseys on the floor. The minute the ball hit the floor, jerseys hit the floor.
Well,
any coach loves that.
And that's what you got to love to see. Coach Russell seems to be happy. I'm pretty sure Coach Blair Lewis not upset with the effort so far. What have you liked that you've seen so far?
I think Mason is obviously playing on the road and seem to kind of be having a hard time kind of getting in the groove. These aren't their rims. And I think Richmond is extremely comfortable, and they move the ball well. So it's figuring out to be a battle.
Well, we'll see how things go here. We'll be back. Media timeout. The Spiders are up 10-7 over the Patriots. Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment would like to let you know about a few projects they have going on at the current time. Legendary Culture Films currently has 2 movies out on Tubi. The first one, Black Sheep. It's about a young hustler trying to make a transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. Black Sheep currently out on Tubi right now. Also, the movie Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock who seeks revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It, currently on Tubi right now, so make sure you go check them out. And from Born Legend Entertainment, the man chosen himself with his brand new hit single, Throw That, which is currently out on all major platforms and on heavy rotation on 106.5 The Beat in Richmond, Virginia. So make sure you check out all the great content coming from Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment. Legendary Culture Films has a brand new movie out, Boys in the Woods. When the walls seem like they are closing in and it keeps getting worse, a father is on the run from a local police while dealing with a territorial beef with a rival gang. And against all the odds, his children were kidnapped and held for ransom in the streets of Amelia and Richmond, Virginia. Boys in the Woods, coming to Tubi soon. Be on the lookout from the latest great project from Legendary Culture Films. Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit-blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You can see the Spider Band, or you can hear the Spider Band jamming in the background as we are here for the Breast Cancer Awareness Game. Once again, Darrell Owens with Robin Gary. We're very excited to be with you. Coach Gary, 10-7. It's been a fun one so far. Early, but fun one so far.
Absolutely, absolutely. It looks like Mason is put up 9 shots, only made 3 of them. I think once they get comfortable, we'll start to see more going in.
And the Spiders have made another substitution. Rain Wright is in the contest, and the ball is knocked away by Kamara. Here comes Walton up the floor, driving to the basket. That one hit off the right side of the rim, rebound by Ulstrom, and now here comes Sweeney. Kamara's slow to get up, but now the Spiders have a chance of 5-on-4 advantage, but Kamara's able to get back in time. Sweeney will have it. Tries to take the pick from Dugan. Over to Simon. Back to Ulstrom. Now Ulstrom working against Walton. That's going to be a fun matchup. Dugan here, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Over to right, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Dugan, and the shot is no good, and a rebound for Mason. 3 minutes, some change left. Walton driving off the glass for 2. And it gets a little bit closer.
Absolutely, definitely getting closer.
And you don't want to see that of Mason. Walton down a little bit, but she seems to be okay.
Yeah, she is the second Mason girl that's gone down in the past 30 seconds, and they both seem to be okay, but you hate to see them Hate to see them go down.
No, that's the one thing, especially in this time of the year. We're getting so close to the tournament. You want to have everybody as healthy as possible, Coach.
There's no doubt about that, because one bad injury can change a season.
We can't have that. If you're either team here and knocks it down, this game is tied up at 10.
Good to see the local product reign right in the game, a product of Manchester High School, here for the Spiders.
There's the handoff to Sweeney. Wright has had herself a really solid freshman campaign. The Spiders trying to reclaim the lead. Dugan under pressure there. Great job there by Kamara and Harris. Up the floor, Harris working against Ostrom. Nice move. Doesn't get it to fall, but there is some contact.
It looks like Ostrom got her on the arm there on that step back. She'll go to the line now and see if she can make up for it. Here we go.
So heading to the free throw line is Harris, another one of those Mason players that had just had a phenomenal game. A phenomenal game. Darrell, I should say a phenomenal tournament. She knocks down the first in the Atlantic 10 tournament. This Mason's team is loaded. I mean, they have the championship experience. Both of these teams, the last two Atlantic 10 champions. So there's a lot of pride in this matchup, Coach.
Yes, absolutely, and they can run. It's evident because Richmond, as I'm sure I'll say again, but Richmond is not going hard to the glass. They're worried about getting back, trying to stop a fast break. So they definitely have the good scout on Mason, and Mason is ready to run.
So now it is a 12-10 Mason lead. And Sweeney will give it over to Simon. Simon in a little trouble. Johnson is harassing Simon at the wing to give it to Ostrom. She tries to work here against Walton, and a nice shot off the glass ties it up.
Little kiss off the glass. That's always nice.
And now Mason back in possession. Walton working against Dugan. Walton off to Harris. Harris pulling up. That one short. Kamara with the rebound and puts it in for two.
And Kamara is a major presence underneath the basket.
Yeah, I mean, the grad transfer from Rhode Island doing some great things for the Patriots. And Sweeney pulls for three. And that one misses, but Simon gets the offensive board. Over to Sweeney, now driving. Thought twice about it. She saw a couple of Patriots there. There's a three opportunity by Ostrom, no good. And it will be Patriot basketball as Dewey and Brown come back in the contest. Dewey for Richmond and Brown for Mason.
You got to like that penetrating kick there by Sweeney. She took it in and popped it out to Ostrom.
Yep, a great job. Great job there. As we see Mason now bring it up the floor. Omotang is now in the game. The freshman has had a really good year so far. I'm averaging close to 3 steals a game. Walden, the jumper will not go, and it's picked up by Perschetti, one of the fantastic freshmen for Richmond. Sweeney will give it to Dugan. Oh, great pass inside. Maybe a little bit off. Had a chance there, couldn't get it go. Dewey will knock down the jumper.
They stuck with the play, and then they reap the benefits, that's for sure.
So now, jumper knocked down. Umotang will knock it down. Her first.
The lefty caught him off guard there. The quick shot.
16-14. Richmond does not lose often here. And so it's going to be a very tough matchup for Mason for that one reason. If Richmond does anything well, they play extremely well at home. I think there's only 3 losses at home in the last couple of years. As Volker will take it out for Mason.
You got a nice crowd here for some unseasonably cold weather here in Richmond. I think sometimes we're in Alaska.
Yeah, I feel like it's been cold just the entire time. No matter what, just been cold, cold, cold. It's the coldest winter I feel like we've had in a long time.
Exactly, I think so too. There's the lefty again.
Almost knocked it down, and it will go to Richmond.
Yep. Kamara definitely banging inside.
So now we'll see Newell working against Volker. She's back in the game. Over to Dugan. Dugan running into Kamara, and that's Jada Brown. Great job by Brown just coming out of there and just snatching the ball away from Dugan.
Absolutely. One of the first things we teach as coaches is, big girl, don't bring that ball down because you make yourself a little girl real quick, and that's exactly what just happened.
So now we see a couple of substitutions. Johnson is out of the contest now. Looks like Walton may have come back in. Volker is, and they were trying to figure out Volker's coming back off the floor. So it's Harris, Kamara, Brown, Amote, and then also we have Walton on the floor for Mason.
They're counting to make sure they got the right number. Everybody was a little confused there for a second.
It's like, well, who's supposed to be on the floor right now? And now, Amote driving to the basket. What a great drive to the basket.
The streak. Again, lefty going hard to the basket.
Such a beautiful thing to see.
She shot out of that like a cannon.
18-14, Richmond down by 4 to Mason. And this is what makes this Mason team so tough. They're tall, they're lanky, extremely athletic, and it's going to be Mason basketball.
You got to like to see that. Just the hustle play and the bench is involved. You got the whole Mason team standing up cheering on their team for just a smart, headsy play.
Just a great job. So now, we'll see Mason take it out. It'll be Walton taking it out. 6 seconds, 6.2 seconds to be exact, left here in this first quarter. And it has been a fun ride so far. Here we go. Walton tried to get something going. It's knocked away. Newell will let it go, and it doesn't go. But this Richmond crowd would have went crazy if Newell was able to knock that one down. Well, Coach, we will head to the end of the first quarter with the score, George Mason 18, Richmond 14. We'll be back here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network with the second quarter of action in just a few minutes. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Is one of 39 Virginia Community Services Boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters NT, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi. is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi
All right,
soon,
ladies and gentlemen,
Legend
second quarter.
It's about
to go
a young
down
warlock
here from the Robbins Center here in Richmond, Virginia, on the beautiful campus of the University of Richmond. We've had a really good game so far, Coach. 18-14, Mason up. So Sweeney will take possession. Working against Brown. Oh, man, we saw Walden fly to the ground. Dugan with a three opportunity. That doesn't go. Rebound by Volker, and now Brown up the floor to Walden. Walden trying to work against Dugan. Kicks it out to Harris for three. And it's off the left side of the rim. Another offensive rebound. Kamara tipping it over to Walden. Now with the floater, doesn't go off of the back of the rim, but another offensive rebound. These offensive rebounds are hurting Richmond right now, Coach.
They definitely are.
There's a floater by Jada Brown. And it's a 20-14 game, so now the lead has extended just a little bit. As you see Sweeney. We'll swing it over to Ahlstrom on the wing. Now she drives near the free throw line at the A10 logo. Kicks it out of the wing to Newell. Down low to Sweeney off the glass for two.
Yeah, Sweeney beat her there. Quick move to the basket. Little kiss off the glass.
So 20-16. Spiders down by 4. And Mason, in a little bit of struggles early, but they seem they've kind of found their groove here. And Harris, 8 seconds on the clock. And that shot clock will miss, and a big rebound by Sweeney.
Smallest person on the court went in and got that rebound.
All hustle there for Sweeney. Ostrom over to Dugan, now back to Sweeney. Sweeney to Dugan. Dugan still trying to catch fire, and that one won't go. Dewey tried to tip it to Dugan, but she wasn't in the area, but Jada Brown was, and now Mason has a chance to extend the lead again. Harris over to Brown. She drives, floats it into the air, and a rebound by Dugan. And Dugan will bring it up the floor for the Spiders. Well, Kamara almost lost her balance. A Newell for three. And it won't go off the back of the rim. Rebound by Volker.
And she was wide open on that one.
Some people will say good book on Sunday open. Walden driving, and there's some contact there. That could send Walton to the line.
Yeah, she attacked that basket hard and met up with quite a bit of contact. So it looks like she will probably go to the line here.
Well, you know, Zariah Walton, the red shirt junior, the 3-time Atlantic 10 player of the week so far this season. She was on the 2024-2025 all-conference first team and all defensive teams. So she can do it on both sides of the floor. She was named the most outstanding player in the Atlantic 10 tournament last season.
And she can shoot free throws. She just knocked down her first one, and she is definitely a baller.
So now Walden, as she continues to get things rolling, she's got 6 points on the day, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and she knocks that one down.
There it goes.
Walden is a really, really good free throw shooter. And now Richmond down by 6. This is something they're not used to, being down by 6 in any contest. Sweeney working against Kamara. Oh, wait a minute. It looked like it may have fell, but then we got a scramble on the floor between Harris, Kamara, and Newell.
Again, these kids are playing for something, you can tell. It's like went WWE there for a second. And I like Sweeney going to the basket. I was getting ready to say a minute ago, she distributes the ball well, but I think if they could get some more points out of her, I think they'd be better off, and I think she can get those points. She's just got to attack that basket like she just did.
We'll see Mason now take possession of the basketball as they are up here by 6, 22-16.
A little confused here as to who they're guarding. They got it straight.
Now you'll see Harris. Oh, pump fake. Will get it out to Amoteng. Amoteng will swing it back to Walden. Now Johnson.
Amoteng back in the game. She was a huge difference maker there in that first quarter.
Now Kamara with the floater. Won't fall. but Tierra Simon will get the rebound for Richmond. Sweeney over to Dugan, and there's some contact, and is that one of those illegal screens that we saw earlier?
I think it got a little too close. Anytime you have too many people in one area, something's going to happen. It's going to be a foul or it's going to be a turnover, and that time it was a foul.
Well, both teams kind of in a little bit of a scoring drought right now. The Spiders haven't scored in over 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and Mason has had no field goals in almost 3 minutes. Walden, Amoteng back to Walden for 3. That one hit off the rim in the backboard there on the left side. Rebound by Simon. Sweeney up the floor. Spiders trying to find that spark. Sweeney lost control of the basketball, but Newell was there, and there was a little bit of contact there.
Yeah, that was at least the second time people have fallen in that same location. I don't know if somebody brought in some ice on their tennis shoes, but it was definitely slick right there. Sweeney hit the ground, and then in the previous play, we had 3 or 4 girls on the ground. So
somebody's got to check that out.
I'm looking for the mop boy, the mop girl.
And they're right there. They've got to be on time. We'll see Richmond take the ball out under the basket. Sweeney with the ball here on the inbound. Sweeney looks in. She'll find Tierra Simon. Simon working against Johnson, and
oh wow.
A little bit of one of those Jordan push-offs we saw there by Simon. And that's going to give Mason the basketball.
That just redefined touch foul. If I'm a coach, I'm going crazy on that one because that was, she might have breathed on her a little too hard, but that was not much contact.
And Moteng will give it up to the top to Brown. Brown on the top will swing to the wing to Walden. Volker in the corner now with the basketball over to Moteng. Nice move there. Working against Sweeney, and the lefty can't get it to go, but a rebound by Dugan. Sweeney with possession, working against Brown. Nice little move by Allie Sweeney. Stopped in her tracks. Good job there by Johnson coming over there just to kind of just be in the way a little bit and makes Sweeney think twice. Simon was trying to pass the ball, and there it is. Amoteng, who talked about her averaging those steals per game. She gets another one there.
Yeah, that's 2 shots that Amoteng has been unable to capitalize on.
Mason is 0 for 6 here in the last 3 minutes, and Tierra Simon knocks down a big 3.
Wide open, wide open.
They needed that. They needed that. And so now Mason is in the scoring drought. Walden driving off the glass, and there's a battle down low, and they're going to say it is. This is going to go. We got a timeout on the floor by Mason here. 4 minutes and 52 seconds left here in the first half. We got the Mason Patriots up 22-19 over the Spiders. We'll be back here in a second on the LegacyMaker Sports Network.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-51. Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit-blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from the media timeout. George Mason up 22-19. Coach, we saw, well, Mason is kind of in a drought right now. If you're Coach Blair Lewis, what are you telling your team to kind of get them out of this drought?
Well, the first thing I'm going to tell them is don't stop shooting. You can't score unless you shoot, right? And you can't win unless you score. So I would just encourage them to keep shooting, and sooner or later they're going to start falling.
We'll see if they can kind of get back into it. The Spiders are still kind of struggling themselves, and they did hit the 3 from Tierra Simon, but they have not scored that much here in this quarter. They only have 4 points, or excuse me, they have 5. Mason has 4, and now Mason is now 0 for 9 in their last 9 attempts.
Yeah, Mason is shooting 8 for 28, I guess 8 for 29 right now.
That's tough. But both teams are kind of in the same boat. And Mason shooting 28% from the field. Richmond has the basketball as they try to kind of crawl back into this game. At least that's the way it feels. They're down by 3. Now Dugan driving all the way to the basket off the glass. Maggie Dugan.
Looked like a little Matador defense there. A little Olay. She got right by her.
22-21. Omotang trying to get to the basket. The left hand floater had a little help from the rim there, but goes in.
I tell you what, Omotang is definitely a ball player.
You can see the concentration in her eyes as she guards Allie Sweeney here. Allie will give it over to Simon, back to Sweeney. Sweeney trying to figure something out. Over to Ulstrom. Ulstrom now driving. Will kick it out to Sweeney. Over to Dugan. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 4 seconds. Dugan for 3. Off the right side of the rim. Rebound by Kamara.
Yeah, again, must be strategy, but Richmond is not hitting the offensive boards. They are getting back.
So Jada Brown's 3 does not go. And we saw Richmond get a big rebound, and now a chance to try to tie it up. Allie Sweeney knocks it down. It's a tie ball game at 24.
Yeah, Sweeney has the ability to put points on the board, and I think if she can get her offensive flow moving, I think it's going to definitely increase Richmond's chances of winning this game today.
And that's what it feels like it's missing, because usually one of the big 3 between Sweeney, Dugan, or Ulstrom, one of them is going by this time, and neither one of them have kind of got things going. We see Sweeney, she's got 7, Ulstrom's got 7, and Dugan's got 5, but they still don't seem like themselves. Dugan's 1 for 6 from 3-point line, 2 from 8 from the field. Ulstrom's 3 for 5, and then Sweeney's 3 for 7.
Right, yeah, I see Ulstrom's getting locked down a little bit there by Walton. Walton reminds me of Maryland alum Alyssa Thomas. She's got that look about her, and she's tough.
So 24-24, Sweeney. Omotang is all up on Sweeney. I mean, just not giving her any opportunity to breathe. She'll swing it over to Dugan, and we got a jump ball called, and that is going to stay with the Spiders. Great job there by Kamara.
It was. Kamara is scrappy. She's not afraid to get in there and get after it.
Kamara, we talked about coming from Rhode Island. She was injured the first 9 games of the season and made her debut versus Fordham. And had a career high 14 points last year versus Mason.
And one thing that a lot of people don't see is
There's a Motang gets the steal, driving in the basket. Motang.
A Motang again. But what I was about to say was Kamara, one thing you don't see sometimes is they had a tie-up a few minutes ago. Kamara asked the girl from Richmond, "Are you okay?" You like to see that good sportsmanship because you don't always see that anymore.
Yes, we do. And Dugan tried to get to the basket. It was stripped away by Kamara. And Coach Blair Lewis is pumped up on the sideline. What a great play by Kamara. You can hear the Richmond faithful are not happy about that call.
They are not happy, but Kamara is tough, and Richmond's just got to get in there and bang with her. She's not afraid to knock you down, but I like the fact that she was helping you up too.
Well, Central Virginia may not be happy right now, but Northern Virginia is a little happy with what they get out of that one. 26-24, Mason up as we are at the 2-minute mark here in the first half. We've had a very competitive first half between 2 really good basketball teams. Walden will hand it off to Motang. Motang, who's had herself a really nice game so far. She's got 8. She leads the Patriots. Volker for 3. Won't go. Kamara had a chance at the rebound, and then she battles with Newell.
Unbelievable.
And wow, Mason gets the basketball.
We had 3 Richmond girls against 1 Mason in a Motang, and a Motang comes out on top.
She's having a really nice game coming off the bench. The freshman, 8 points, 4 for 7 from the field. And then you can hear the Richmond crowd not happy with a no call there. Man, oh man. But I like this energy. I love hearing this from the crowd.
Absolutely. At the beginning, the crowd was rather quiet, but I think they're starting to get into it a little bit, and you got a handful of Mason fans as well that made the trip.
So yeah, you got the Mason fans here. It's a nice crowd here on this, like we spoke about earlier, this really cold February the 7th, Super Bowl Eve, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, Super Bowl Eve.
Motang knocks it down.
I'm telling you, a Motang is a difference maker right now.
She has just been absolutely amazing. The young lady from Baltimore played her high school basketball at Bishop McNamara, and she is a 2-time IAAM first-team selection.
And she didn't start, I don't believe, tonight. I think she came in. She was probably the first one off the bench. But, sometimes kids play better like that. These young women, sometimes they're made to be starters and sometimes they're made to come off the bench. And as a coach, that's what you have to learn about your personnel.
Yep, who's that person to come in to be your starter and knock things down? And Allie Sweeney says, hey, I'm a starter. This game is a 1-point game, 28-27. Spiders are down. Patriots are up. Looking pretty good here. We got 1 minute left here in the first half. Harris trying to work along there. Will kick it out to Brown, who stepped back. Does not go, and Dewey will get a rebound. Sweeney trying to give the Spiders the lead, and the way this game is going, I think if they take the lead, this crowd's going to go crazy. Right over to Olstrom in the corner, who then brings it out to Dugan. And we got some contact there. Coach Blair Lewis didn't like it, but the Richmond fans are standing up and clapping. They love it.
I think the Richmond fans were waiting on one to go their way, and they just got it, so they're definitely happy.
It's like, please, I know there's got to be one for us somewhere. And now Sweeney will take it in, 32 seconds. There's about 15 seconds on the shot clock. So Richmond, and if they want to hold it all the way through, they can get it down to about 13 seconds. They decide not to do that, and Olstrom gets fouled.
Wow, I think that was a little questionable.
And so we'll see. When they showed on the big screen, you saw Dugan. She got it down inside, tried to do the reverse. Oh, they cut it quick. There might have been a reason for that.
Definitely could have been. I think as officials, you have to decide you're going to let them play or you're not. And it seems like they're letting them play, and then all of a sudden, every little move is a foul. So I think more consistency is what the fans want.
And so 28-27, Ostrom with a rare miss at the free throw line, but she's able to knock down the second and tie this game up at 28 apiece here in this first half. And we're going to see Chandler come into the game here for, Shanika Campbell coming into the game for Richmond.
And Coach Blair Lewis definitely wanted the ball in the hands of Walton. She made that very clear. And this is just an ISO. Oh, and she's wide open.
Oh, she can't get it to fall, though. Kamara with a tough rebound, and a traveling violation is called.
Yeah, that play was set up beautifully, and Walton was wide open. It was just, she was too open and missed it.
It happens that way sometimes.
It absolutely does.
We saw that with Newell a while ago. She was wide open on one play and just couldn't get it to go. Dewey gets it in to Campbell, and we'll see Sweeney just heave it, but that's well short of the basket. Hits the A10 logo near the free throw line. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to send us to the half with the score 28-28. You know, Coach Gary, we've seen two teams kind of just like scrap it out so far in this one. What are your thoughts on both ends so far?
I definitely think we're getting what we thought we were going to get, and it's a track meet, but I'm going to also add it's a bit of a wrestling match at times, and I think that the inside game of Mason is working to their benefit. I think that Kamara is killing it inside. She can go in and take on 3 Richmond players. Richmond's strategy apparently is to not hit the offensive board so they can get back on defense. I'm sure they've got a great scout on Mason and knowing that Mason is a running team. And so they are not hitting the boards, but it may come back to haunt them on that end. The shooting leaves a lot to be desired, I think. I think both teams are having a hard time finding the bucket, but I think that a couple buckets by Sweeney there. I think Sweeney has found her groove, and at first she was penetrating kick, and I think the defense slacked off of her a little bit, and now she is 3 in your eye, and so it'd be interesting to see how Mason deals with her in the second half.
Well, here's the interesting thing. This game is tied up at 28-28, but if you looked at the numbers, you would say Richmond probably should be up. So field goal percentage, Richmond up 46-28. Then you look at the fact that they're close in the field goals. Like, Mason's got 10 field goals, Richmond's got 11. 3-point percentage, 38-9. They're shooting 9% from the three-point land, but the free throw line has kind of saved Mason here. They're 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Richmond's only been in the line once so far. The turnovers 5 to 10, with Mason only having 5. Points off of turnovers 8. Total rebounds 22 to 17. Mason on the front there. Defensive rebounds 14 to 10. Surprisingly, Richmond has the lead on the defensive end there with rebounds, but the offensive rebounds 12 to 3. And you've talked about, Coach, how it just hasn't worked out there with the offensive rebounds.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's definitely it's got to be Richmond's strategy. And as a coach, I was actually getting ready to go into a game before we got snowed out the other day, and that was our strategy. We had lost previously to this team, and we were just getting out-rebounded, and I said, you know what, let's try not rebounding on the offensive end. And the kids looked at me like I was crazy, but sometimes you gotta take the personnel that you have and roll the dice and see if it works out for you. And even though only 3 offensive rebounds right now for Richmond, and the game's tied, so it's working in their favor quite a bit, I believe.
It's definitely been a interesting game with two contrasting type of styles going on here. But before we head to halftime, let's go ahead and give you the points. Motang leading the way for George Mason. She's got 10. Volker has 3. Kamara has 2. Brown has 2. Harris has 4. Walton has 7. For Richmond, Allie Sweeney leading the way with 10 points. Ostrom has 8. Dugan with 5. Simon with 3. And Dewey has 2. Well, everybody, we'll be back here in about 12 minutes and 45 seconds to bring you the second half of action here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back with you soon.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Hey, and you're probably wondering, where do I find the Legacy Maker Sports Network? Well, first of all, you can head over to our website at www.legacymakersports.com to check out all the latest in the sports world. Also, if you want to check us out on our social media pages, you can reach us on Facebook and in LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can reach us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at LegacyMaker Sports. And then you can reach us on Twitter, aka X, at LegacyMaker SPN. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in to the LegacyMaker Sports Network.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters NT, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002. or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Hey, and you're probably wondering, where do I find the Legacy Maker Sports Network? Well, first of all, you can head over to our website at www.LegacyMakersports.com to check out all the latest in the sports world. Also, if you want to check us out on our social media pages, you can reach us on Facebook and in LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can reach us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports, and then you can reach us on Twitter, aka X, at Legacy Maker SPN. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the second half of action is about to go down here in about 37 seconds. I'm Darrell alongside Robin Garrett, the coach, with me today. Coach, we've seen a really good game so far. I mean, it may not be the prettiest game that we've seen, but we've seen a really good game between two really good teams so far. What do you want to see from these teams in the second half?
Well, they definitely haven't broken any scoring records yet. So I think that both teams would like to see the ball go in the hoop a little bit more. You got Mason 10 for 36 and Richmond 11 for 24. I mean, can only get better from there is probably what the coaches are thinking. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out hot in the second half.
Well, this must be also like a feeling out process for both teams. I mean, they were supposed to play on January 25th. That game got canceled. It's been rescheduled for February the 16th. And during that week, the Spiders are going to have a gauntlet that they're going to have to go through during that week because they face Davison on the 14th, Mason on the 16th, and then George Washington on the 18th. So it will be a very tough week for the Spiders. So a win today could be huge.
Absolutely.
And Newell gets the steal.
Stole her lunch money, and she took it to the store.
That's a tough one by Alicia Newell. Great steal, just could not get it to go. Just a little too high off the glass.
Yes, got a little too excited there.
So we've switched ends. Mason now here on the far end of the court. Walden will take it, drive towards the basket with the
what a take.
Oh, nicely done.
That's a next level take right there.
That was beautiful. 30-28, Mason up. As Sweeney will bring it up the floor. Well, who will get going for these teams? I think that is the question at hand. Seems like everybody's still trying to figure it out here as we enter the third quarter. Dugan had to catch that one before it goes out of bounds. Sweeney tried to drive to the basket, but Harris and Kamara, who've done a really good job of playing defense today, stop her from getting there. She tries one more time, and that one will go. Ali Sweeney. It's a tough shot by Sweeney.
That was a tough shot. And a turnover.
And they tried to get it to Kamara, and it went flying over her head. Sweeney thought about grabbing it in the last second. She was like, "No, I'm going to hold off." And so 30-30.
It'll be interesting to see how long Coach Blair Lewis leaves a Motang on the bench.
Yeah, Motang has such a great second quarter for George Mason. And a steal here by Walton.
Here we go again with Walton.
All the way to the basket. Oh, she can't get it to go.
Completely misses the rim.
Wow, that's a surprise. Ulstrom will get it over to Dewey. Dewey back to Ulstrom. Ulstrom will swing it at Dugan. And then swings it to the wing to Newell. Newell tries to drive it, runs into traffic. Brown is right there. She's another one that's played great defense today for George Mason. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dugan driving to the basket off the glass.
Takes Walton to the basket. Again, a little matador defense there from Walton.
the first Richmond lead, ladies and gentlemen, since it was 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and it was 10-9.
I think Richmond has come out on a mission here in the second half.
32-30. Kamara over to Volker. On the wing, takes a couple of dribbles. Thought about giving it to Harris, but Sweeney just was covering Harris at the time. She finds Harris with the floater. That won't go, and it's a Dugan rebound. And Sweeney over to Dugan. Then Dugan trying to drive to the basket, decides to kick it out to Dewey. She thought about it, changed her mind. We'll give it over to Dugan in the corner, back to Sweeney. Sweeney drives the baseline. It's a wide open Alicia Newell. Got it to go.
There it is.
She has been trying to hit that three for the last couple of games, and then finally she gets one.
Definitely breathing a sigh of relief after one goes in.
We've got a timeout. We've got a timeout, coaches. The Spiders have kind of got their energy back here. It's 35-30. What did you like that you saw from Richmond?
Oh,
here
wow.
in this
I
last
think
few minutes?
Coach must have lit a fire under them in the second half and maybe just reiterated the importance of today. And they have come out definitely on a mission, and they've turned it up a notch. And now we've seen they've seen a couple balls go in, and now that they've got their confidence, we'll see what happens next.
Well, the Mason, we talked about Mason struggling, shooting the basketball. They're shooting 28%. We saw Walden get a great steal, can't get it to go. And this is a team that has been so good this season, and it's kind of tough to see them struggle this way.
Yeah, you've got to be able to finish around the rim, and you can make a great steal. You go down, miss the basket completely. You just got to lock in. And it's hard to replicate those types of things in practice. So game time is when you got to go, and they're getting steals, or they have in the beginning of this quarter here, and just haven't been able to finish.
Well, Mason hasn't scored here in the last 2 minutes and 19 seconds. The Spiders are on a 7-0 run, knocking down 3 out of their last 3. So a good start here for the Spiders here with 7 minutes and 1 second left. We'll be back here on the LegacyMaker Network in just a quick second. We got a quick commercial. We'll be right back.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Third quarter, 7 minutes, 1 second left on the clock here in the third, and the Spiders 7-0 run, up 35-30. And currently right now, the Spiders have their largest lead of the game with 5 points.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what Coach Blair Lewis had to say to her team there during that timeout. We'll see here momentarily.
I think it was a good time to have the timeout to kind of kill some of that momentum. And Motang is back in the game here for George Mason. They swing it over to Walden at the top. She almost lost control of it, but Harris was there to get it. So Kennedy Harris will kind of slow things up. Now she drives, try to float one over Olstrom. That won't go, but a great rebound by Walden, and she still can't get it to go. Just a tough day here for Walden.
Again, missing the easy ones. Layups and free throws, ladies and gentlemen. Got to make them both to win the ball game. They've taken care of the free throws. Mason 7 for 7 from the free throw line, but they have missed quite a few wide open layups.
Yeah, and that's been that thing that has hurt them tremendously. They could be up in this game by quite a bit, but they've kind of let Richmond hang in this game.
They definitely are.
Now Dugan trying to work here against Kamara. We'll swing it over to Ahlstrom, who's been, she has points, but has been fairly quiet than the normal that we've seen from Rachel Ahlstrom, but she gets the contact there and she'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, she definitely smart play there. She was able to draw the contact. She really could have just gone straight up, but she hesitated, drew the contact, and went up, and it would only been better if she had made the layup, and then she'd be looking at an and one, but now she'll get 2.
Well, so we'll see Ahlstrom head to the free throw line. She's shooting 77.5% from the free throw line, averaging 15.4 points per game, and she knocks down the first. Richmond extends the lead to 6. And we've got maybe some type of issue here. Allie Sweeney's trying to get on the floor, but I heard the referee trying to get some things straight.
Some blood, perhaps. Doesn't surprise me.
She's been all over the place.
She's scrappy. I think a nose, something.
Now, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if they're going to make her come out before they let her come out. Well, maybe she seems to be okay. They're going to let her get on the floor, and they done put some.
Plug it up and move on.
They went old school and threw some tissue in there. And Ahlstrom will try to knock down the second, and she does. 7-point lead for Richmond. Their biggest. Amotang has the basketball. Working against Sweeney. Takes the pick from Kamara. Drives all the way. Tried to reverse it. Was tipped by Dewey. Johnson able to get it back for Mason over to Volker for 3. That goes over the rim. Dewey trying to get the offensive rebound, but there is some contact.
Yeah, wow.
Might have been over the back.
Volker missed that one by a good 3 feet.
What do they say? A country mile.
A country mile for sure. And it was fairly uncontested. So maybe these rims look different in Fairfax. I'm not sure.
There's a lot of green in that arena. It's been a while since I've been up there. Last time I had a chance to go up there was for the WNBA Finals.
Wow.
The year that Breonna Stewart came in and they got the sweep on the Mystics. The year before the Mystics won the championship. It's the last time I've been, but there's a lot of green in there.
Yeah.
A lot of green.
And now look at the league. Wow, selling out 25,000 person arenas. Unreal. Oh yeah, that's a take. Again, missed completely.
Here's Walden. There's a dogfight we got going on right now between these two teams. Walden working against Newell. We'll hand it off to Harris. Harris driving on Ahlstrom. Kicks out to Johnson, and Johnson knocks down the 3.
Another lefty there. 3 ball from the corner.
Oh, nice 3 there by Johnson. That's MJ Johnson.
I believe that's her first bucket.
Yep, and Johnson, who played at Texas A&M for 4 years and 1 year at Ball State, coming through. Ahlstrom all the way to the basket. Oh, that's a shot or a play that we rarely see fail for Richmond. Oh, Dugan found Ahlstrom cutting in the basket, and she could not get it to go.
Well, and you see Johnson, little experience in the SEC. That'll break you in pretty quickly. Previously at A&M, and definitely has played in tight games before.
It'll make you tough. It'll make you tough, the SEC. And Harris now with the basketball for Mason. She pulls the 3. She tries to get this one back to a 1-point game. It does not go, and Dugan will get the rebound. Dugan looking around, trying to find someone. Over to Sweeney on the wing. Back to Ahlstrom at the top of the key. Ahlstrom now driving. Takes a couple dribbles and gives it over to Wright, who's back in the game. Over to Dewey for 3.
Oh.
Sam Dewey knocks it down.
And that is something we have not seen today. You got to love it when the big girl goes outside.
It's a big one for Dewey. And now Walden, who continues. Yeah, I mean, she has points, but she's still struggling out there to find that next basket. It is 40-33. And if Mason is not careful here, Coach, Looks like we're going to have our media timeout, but if Mason is not careful here, this could get out of hand.
It absolutely could get away from them. They're not happy with the officiating.
And there's definitely some issues there. The assistant coach is trying to voice their opinion with the refs here. But, you know, Mason, it's still kind of self-inflicted here. I mean, it's not – they've had opportunities. I mean, to me personally, I feel like they should be up in this game, but they have not been able to get the baskets to go.
Right, and I think that maybe a little reminder to their team. You know, I know that the momentum has shifted and the coaches aren't happy, and but sometimes we got to look on the inside. I don't know who the strength coach is, but they're going way too heavy on the weights. They must be, because these girls are strong as bulls, and the ball is just not going where it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of an interesting goal. I mean, especially for Walton. I mean, Walton right now, and this is just rare for her. She's 3 for 15 from the field, 0 for 3 from the three-point line, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds and an assist. You know, I mean, you tell me she put up 15 shots. In most cases, she's making at least 10.
Oh, absolutely, especially because most of her shots are right around the basket.
She's had the opportunities. They just have not fallen. And so now we see two teams just trying to figure it out. We'll be back in a second here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. The Spiders are up 40-33.
Legendary Culture Films has a brand new movie out, Boys in the Woods. When the walls seem like they are closing in and it keeps getting worse, a father is on the run from a local police while dealing with a territorial beef with a rival gang. And against all the odds, his children were kidnapped and held for ransom in the streets of Amelia and Richmond, Virginia. Boys in the Woods, coming to Tubi soon. Be on the lookout from the latest great project from Legendary Culture Films.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Well, we're back from the media timeout. They had the T-shirt toss. Our coach was like, hey, man, I want one.
I want a T-shirt.
Throw me a T-shirt. It's her birthday. Come on,
It is, yes. I'm sure some of my players would love a T-shirt.
Exactly. 40-33. Richmond has the basketball, up by 7.
Mason's picking them up full court with a little more pressure than they have been, it looks like.
Dugan
Turned up the heat a little bit.
able to get across the court. Now Sweeney driving. Ooh, tried to get it to Dewey. Hit off her foot, but Dewey able to get it back. Right, being guarded by Kennedy. Over to Ostrom, who's driving to the basket. And Walton is going to get called for the foul.
Well, I think that's one of the things that can happen when, as a defensive team, looks like they picked them up a lot tighter, and there was no help side there. So it basically turned into one-on-one with whoever had the ball.
This is tough because now you're losing Walton. She's got 3 fouls. It's still kind of early. I mean,
it is early.
You know, but I think, you know, maybe she just needs a little time to kind of get things together. She's had some struggles offensively in this game.
Yeah, we'll have to see how long Coach leaves her there. It's definitely tough. You got about almost 4 minutes left in this quarter and then a whole nother one.
And now Richmond, a 9-point lead. Their largest lead, the largest lead of the game, period, for both teams. Amote trying to get across by Sweeney. She loses control of the basketball. It's going to be Richmond basketball.
And Motang's got to set up her defender a little bit more to come off that screen. She ran her into it, and then there was no room.
I think right now, if you are Mason, you have to be careful of you know, getting in your own head. And, you know, it's only a 9-point game, and they can come back from this.
Oh, there's no doubt they can come back, but are they going to?
Sweeney lost control of it, able to find a way to scoop it over to Ostrom and go back to Sweeney. 7 seconds on the shot clock here with 3:18. Now driving the floater by Sweeney off the glass. 44-33 Richmond. Allie Sweeney has been on a tear, people.
She is, and it looks like Mason could let this get out of hand unless they get it together here very soon.
Oh, nice move. Harris trying to drive, make something happen, get him off the snide. No, rebound by Wright. And she'll get it over to Sweeney. 11-point lead by Richmond. And the scary thing, Mason,
again,
5
no
points.
help side defense.
You can't have that. You just can't.
No, I mean, you see it though. You see it a lot now. There it is again.
Rain Wright all the way to the basket. 13-point lead for Richmond. Mason only has 5 points in the quarter. They're being outscored 16-5 in the quarter. Brown's three can't go, won't go. Rebound by Wright.
Mason is seeming to panic a bit here, and they've got plenty of time, but nothing good ever comes when you panic.
And it's a rare thing to see this Mason team panic.
Here we go again.
Sweeney thought about it. Over to Wright. Dugan, jumper, knocks it down. That's a really good timeout by Coach Blair Lewis, because right now it's just not going in their favor.
It's not. I don't think she had a choice there. She probably didn't want to use another one, but I think that she had to stop the bleeding now, get her team together, remind them that the game was tied at halftime, I believe, 28-28. And you know, granted, Richmond has come out. They found the rim and putting the ball in, but I feel like Mason maybe got a little comfortable. And as I teach the kids that I coach, you get comfortable, that's when you get taken out.
And it's a tough deal right here. Spiders on an 11-0 run. They're on a 20-3 run in the last 6 minutes. They're 4 for 4 in their last 4 shots from the floor. Mason 0 for 4. 1 out of their last 10. And they haven't scored in 3 minutes and 27 seconds. And that is how Richmond has been able to kind of push ahead. They're up by 15, which doesn't even feel like, this game does not feel like this should be a 15-point game.
No, absolutely not. Not when it was tied just less than 10 minutes ago.
We'll see if Mason can kind of get out of their own way here and get back in this one. They're going to take the ball out of bounds. MJ Johnson will take it out. Motang will retrieve it here. So it's Johnson, Motang, Harris, Kamara, and Brown in for Mason. For Richmond, it's Sweeney, Dugan, Wright, Dewey, and Ostrom. Motang trying to work her way.
A little shake and bake.
Couldn't get it to go. That's a good job by Motang. She got to the basket, just couldn't get it to fall. There's Walden making her way back into the game.
Yeah, Coach had seen enough. She's rolling the dice. Anticipate if she gets a fourth one, she's going to have to sit back down. But right now, the Patriots definitely need Walton in the game.
Yeah, they need their star to find a way to get going.
And she is frustrated.
And there's another miss for Walden. The rebound by Kamara. Motang has it at the top. Takes the pick. Now drives, floats it with the left, and Motang knocks it down.
Nice touch. And
Sweeney will move it up the floor. We got a blocking foul on Motang.
the great thing about that last bucket is it was facilitated by Kamara. Kamara talked to that guard through that entire play, and you got to like to see that leadership.
Now we'll see Sweeney head to the free throw line, and let's check on the Allie Sweeney day. She's got 14 points, leading the way for Richmond. 6 for 11 from the field, 2 for 3 from three-point line. It's her first trip to the free throw line today. She's a 82% free throw shooter, and she knocks it down. Man, oh man, I know I said it a few minutes ago, it just feels weird that this is a 14-point game. It just does not feel that way. And Richmond has done everything they needed to do to put themselves in position.
They definitely have done everything right in the second half so far.
Minute left here and some change. And there's a floater, MJ Johnson.
Johnson has touched the ball twice and scored both times. I think I'd give her the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little bit. When Walton is struggling, the young lady has done some really good work.
There you go. Johnson on the help that time, prevented a layup.
Sweeney and Montaigne going at it. Sweeney drives to the basket. Spin move will kick it out to Tiara Simon in the corner. Won't go. Austin with the rebound. And her and Wright are battling. And now here comes Walden. Oh man, bodies are just flying all over the floor. Johnson goes flying and Harris will take the contact and get the points.
Yeah, one thing I am noticing is Richmond is definitely hitting the offensive boards this half.
They decided to go the opposite way. They must have heard you, Coach. It was like, hey, look, the offensive rebounds are not clicking. Some's got to give. They changed the strategy up a little bit, and they're getting offensive boards now.
I definitely think it's made a difference. You know, sometimes as a coach, you come up with a plan that you think is going to be flawless, and then you have to be willing to change it if it needs to be changed. And I think that's what happened here, and it's definitely making a difference.
Well, now we have Kennedy Harris heading to the free throw line. She's 2 for 2 from the free throw line today, 2 for 11 from the field, 0 for 3 from three-point land, and she knocks that one down.
And Walton back to the bench for the Patriots.
Oh, man, that's tough.
And she just seems frustrated. Got a coach over there talking to her.
Sweeney will back it down here as we enter the final 15 seconds here of this third quarter. Sweeney trying to figure it out. Montaigne with great defense. Trying to find Dugan wide open. She doesn't miss those often. Brachetti knocks it down, but it's a little too late after the buzzer. And so that will take us to the end of the third quarter. The Richmond Spiders are up 50-40 over George Mason. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Legacy Maker Sports Network to bring you the fourth quarter of action.
You're probably wondering, where do I find the Legacy Maker Sports Network? Well, first of all, you can head over to our website at www.legacymakersports.com to check out all the latest in the sports world. Also, if you want to check us out on our social media pages, you can reach us on Facebook and in LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can reach us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports, and then you can reach us on Twitter, aka X, at Legacy Maker SPN. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-51
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fourth quarter. 50-40, Richmond up by 10. And right off the bat, we've got a foul here. And I think that's going to be against the Motown.
Yeah, it looks like Mason came back out in a tight man, and the referee thought it was a little too tight, I guess.
I was waiting for it. So Richmond has the basketball. Sweeney working against the Motown. Back to Sweeney. She'll slow to try to figure it out as she drives to the basket. Oh, she couldn't get it to go. Rebound Mason. A Motown on the move. Sees Kennedy for three. Oh, they're coming back.
In transition. Get buckets quick is probably what she told them. Get them quick.
50-43.
They got to get stops and then buckets, not just buckets.
Listen, if you're Richmond here, you have to be careful. Don't let George Mason get that run. Right looking. Inside to Ostrom and just a little bit overthrown.
So that's 2 times down the floor for Richmond with no bucket.
And so they're going to try to get it inside, a little too high, and then we'll see Alicia Newell come in for Richmond. Motown will have it, swing it over to Harris on the wing. Being guarded by Newell. Harris with a big three to kind of get the momentum a little bit shifted back in Mason's favor. Looks for another three. Guess what? Knocks it down. Kennedy Harris.
Somebody found their jumper.
It is a 4-point game. So just remember now, a couple minutes ago, this was a 15-point game, and now we're back to 4, and a good timeout here by Coach Russell.
Absolutely. You got to, again, like I said earlier, you got to stop the bleeding and reignite that fire under Richmond.
So really good job here by Mason. They were down by 15 just a couple minutes ago. I mean, it was 3 minutes and about a minute. It was third quarter with a minute and 15 left. They were down 50-35, and now they're down 50-46. Just like that, Coach.
Yeah, I look at Coach Blair Lewis and the way and the intensity she coaches with, and I think that she's instilled some of that in her players. And I'm pretty sure at the end of the last quarter, she probably reminded them in that huddle what they can do, and they came out firing.
Well, this could be a really dangerous situation for Richmond. Just cannot let them get on the run, but it may be too late because it feels like the run has already started.
The run is running, as the kids would say, and the crowd here, got a good crowd. They need to get up and get involved in this game if they want to see their team come away with the win.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one right here, and if you're Richmond, you got to find a way to get the crowd back into it a little bit here. And Mason has done a really good job here in the last couple of minutes of changing the whole tone of this game. But we still got 8 minutes and 43 seconds, and it's only a 4-point game.
We'll have to see what type of defense Mason's going to come out with here. They had gone to this tight man-to-man, and looked like Richmond would go 5 out and isolate, and it was paying off, especially if they've got to finish. They can finish those layups.
Let's see what happens here. I think Richmond, usually we see a Richmond team that seems like an almost scored will, and even though they had the lead, it hasn't been that way. And with Dugan only has 9 points, and the kicker to that, ladies and gentlemen, she's like on a streak right now. She has not scored double figures in almost close to like 20, 25 games.
Right.
So she's sitting on the cusp right now with 9, but the big number for her, and this is weird, is 1 for 7 from the three-point line.
Wow, yeah, that's tough.
So Dewey will take it out of bounds here. It's Dewey, Sweeney, Dugan, Ostrom, and and Newell on the floor for Richmond. It's Harris, Kamara, Walton, Amoteng, and Johnson on the floor for Mason.
Yep, it's go time. This is where you see what you're made of, and never hurts to have a close game.
This is going to be an interesting one. I had a vibe coming into it, and I don't think the vibe's going anywhere. So Richmond has the basketball here. Sweeney being guarded by Amoteng. We'll give it over to Ostrom. Ostrom over to Sweeney. Excuse me, over to Dewey. Dewey in a little bit of trouble. Johnson doing a great job there of locking Dewey up. 1 second on the shot clock, and Dugan tried to get the contact, the old Dwayne Wade play. And here comes Walton all the way to the basket. She can't get it to go. Another miss by Walton. And Coach Blair Lewis is not happy.
I think Coach Blair Lewis saw a travel in the immediate future and called that timeout to beat that travel call.
Man, oh man. And just another tough miss for Walton. Great move. Gets to the basket, can't get it to go. And we talked about being in your own head. She's in her own head right now.
She's just got to relax and play. I feel confident this is not her first rodeo.
I mean, all of the accolades for Walton, and first team all conference and first team all defensive team last year, the most outstanding player in the A-10 tournament. She's a co-captain, 3-time player of the week. And look, everybody has their moments. Everybody can struggle from time to time, but it's just rare to see her struggle in a big game.
Absolutely. You see her come out of the huddle, she's shaking her head. So hopefully she's shaking some cobwebs out and not down on herself.
Amoteng will throw it into Harris, and it's stolen by Newell. And Newell trying to go all the way to the basket, off the glass for 2. Much needed play for Richmond. They were up by 4, but it was starting to feel like they were losing. Walton with a turnaround jumper. Kamara will get the rebound off the miss. Harris for 3. Kennedy Harris can't. Another great offensive rebound by Kamara, and it's a traveling violation.
Wow. Same spot. They're slipping again. Looks like she's grabbing that left ankle.
She gets up.
I think she's mad. I don't think she's hurt.
Yeah.
That might be scarier.
Right. I don't think I want those problems. And so Kamara.
Hopefully she's going to ask him to wipe the floor.
Yeah, because that spot has been like the Bermuda Triangle in this game.
I think the floor man's sleeping instead of sweeping.
Look, now he heard
there
us.
He goes.
There he is.
He's not sleeping, he's sweeping.
Oh,
okay,
man.
He got it.
52-46.
He understands the assignment now.
Dewey for 3.
Wow.
Dewey's 3 hits the backboard in the right side of the rim.
I think Richmond should have worked the ball around a little bit more there, not settled for that quick shot.
Now Harris driving with the left, and it falls short. Sweeney with the rebound. Sweeney's got 16 points, leading the Spiders. Crossover move. Sweeney drives behind the back. Give it to Newell. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Newell pump fakes. Throws it over to Sweeney. Looks inside to Dugan.
Oh, she's got her.
Oh, nice move by Maggie Dugan.
She took on 2 Patriots that time and was able to come off with that left-handed layup. That was just a nice move.
8-point game. Harris is kind of taking it upon herself to try to get this Mason team back in it. Amoteng driving, a little bit of a push-off.
Got away with a push-off.
So there was the first push we saw. Amoteng kind of got the push. Newell got a little bit of a revenge push, but she, got caught with the foul.
Absolutely, she got caught on that second push.
Second push was a little bit more aggressive than that first one. She was like, "Hey, man." She looked over at the ref and said, "She pushed me."
Right. And I think as a defensive player, when they push you, you've got to sell it. You've got to almost go down.
We're not saying flop, people, but we're saying you got to make it look realistic.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about that.
Amoteng will come to the line. The freshman from B-Moore can't get it to go.
Nope.
54-48, and I'm not going to sit there and act like I know what he said.
Yeah, I have no idea. It looked like he was doing sign language over there.
I had no clue what the referee was saying, but the whistle was blown. Richmond has the basketball. Sweeney here at the top, trying to figure something out. Looking around for a teammate. Working against Kamara. That's size-wise, it's a big mismatch. Dugan over to Simon. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Great clock management here.
All driving.
Using as much time as you can.
Simon driving off the glass for two.
They used 29.9 of those 30 seconds to get that bucket.
That was a great call there, Coach. You saw kind of just winding it down a little bit. Great ball movement, and that's something that Richmond is so good at, but we haven't seen a lot of it in this game.
Harris has come alive in the second half, but is it too late?
Harris has got 13. 4 for 15. And a three from Maggie Dugan.
Dugan shot that one from south side of Richmond, and we are in the West End.
Yep. 59-50. Oh, great pass. Monte to Kamara. Oh, now all that scoring, we were wondering where it was. It's starting to pick up here in the fourth.
That was a freight train coming through. Choo-choo.
I'm not messing with Kamara when she's coming in the lane that. 59-52. Almost at the halfway point here in the fourth. It's a 7-point game. Sweeney over to Tiara Simon. Simon trying to find something, but Johnson doing a really good job of just putting her hand in her face and distracting her. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sweeney, crossover move.
Oh, Kamara.
They had Dugan wide open. Newell for three, and she just had to kind of throw it up there, but man, they had Dugan wide open. Montagne in trouble, and great job there by Dugan and Sweeney. Sweeney comes away with it. Inside, and a dribbler.
And it's going. Boom.
Rachel Ostrom knocks down the three.
That is a momentum jumper right there. You just knew. You knew when it hit Ostrom's hands, and then when it came off, it was going in.
And the crazy thing about it was Sweeney had to fight just to get the ball to her. She lost control and just kind of pushed it out towards her. And now the Richmond defense is starting to make something happen, and this may be our media timeout, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, no towel just yet, maybe not.
Now it looks like Richmond's doubling on the ball there, and Mason's having a hard time. Richmond's had a couple steals.
That's what they've been looking for from Ostrom the whole game. (62-52). Mason down by 10. Harris swings it over to Walden. Walden for three. And the struggles continue. She misses that three.
There we go, sliding on the floor again.
Is on the ground in the same spot, the Bermuda Triangle of the Robbins Center. That spot has been, it's taken down everybody at least once.
Maybe when they waxed the floor, they doubled it up right there. I'm not sure what's going on, but that same spot, we've seen a lot of people go down.
The janitor might get a raise for the wax job that he did over there. So here we go with Jada Brown with possession here for Mason.
And unlike Richmond, Mason cannot afford to waste much time.
Walden again, another three. And a great rebound there by Simon.
Yeah, Kamara's got a little lazy. First time I've ever seen her lazy in this game, and she was content playing behind, and that will never work out in your favor.
So now we see still a 10-point game here. Richmond has the basketball with a chance to kind of, get it back to where they had it. I mean, Richmond at one point was up by 15. And up by 10 here with 3:30 to go. It's going to be real critical here for Mason. They've got to make that run.
And they better make it quick.
Sweeney slowing it down.
Again, Richmond's trying to use as much of this shot clock as they can.
Sweeney tried to drive, lost foot a little bit.
A bucket here might be the nail in the coffin.
Dugan off the front of the rim. Big rebound.
Oh, wow. And there it is right there.
Got it. Maggie.
Had a whistle before the shot. I don't know what that was.
Oh,
man. First time I think this gentleman has blown his whistle the whole game. I don't even know what he called.
I'm still trying to wait on it, too. She hit the three, and then the crowd was just like, hey.
Not sure what that was, because Richmond's getting the ball back.
Huh. So 62-52, Richmond basketball. Sweeney
19 seconds on the shot clock now. Not sure what happened there, but
It was really interesting.
yeah, maybe it was an inadvertent whistle right before they knocked down a three.
Could have been that.
That's a coach's nightmare right there.
Simon has it here with 3 minutes and 1 second left here in the fourth. Sweeney with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to work against Brown. And it's a miss. Here comes Mason. Harris over to Johnson. It was a good thought. It just didn't go the way I think Mason would have wanted it to go. Volker will kick it out to Harris. They've got to find some points, and they got to find them in a hurry.
Yeah, I think they need a miracle at this point.
Brown for three.
Loose ball. Twister. Right hand blue. Richmond's ball.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I believe in miracles, but
Starting to look a little tough.
2.5 minutes down 10. I guess at this point for Coach Blair Lewis, you decide you want to put him on the line. Got to play a little strategy now.
So a 10-point lead. Richmond is holding on tight to it. Neither team has scored in the last 2 minutes. Over to Dugan. Dugan will swing it to Sweeney. Sweeney to Olstrom.
Again.
Oh, man. What a drive to the basket by Olstrom. Well, that give and go is something special.
I'll tell you, if you're George Mason, you've got to question your decision to go to this tight man. And I know they did it to try to slow down Richmond, but it has not slowed down Richmond at all. As a matter of fact, Richmond has capitalized numerous times.
Olstrom has 17 points, 5 for 9 from the field, 2 for 3 from the three-point line, and she's 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Megan 6 for 7. 1 minute left here and 54 seconds.
It's definitely seemed like a closer game than what the score indicates.
It really does. And these teams battle throughout.
Oh,
Wall
she
travel.
walked. Yep.
And the struggles continue.
You know, down the road, Mason may be a better team because of this game, because I have a feeling that the next practice won't be much fun.
No, and these two teams do have to face each other again in 2 weeks. And I'm gonna tell you, well, yeah, in 2 weeks. So I got a feeling Walden won't have 2 back-to-back bad games. I just have that feeling.
Yeah.
Sweeney has it in a 13-point lead for Richmond.
The beauty of being able to go back and watch film, break down every play.
Now Richmond driving.
Again,
That's
another
Dugan.
one-on-one.
Ooh, Maggie Dugan.
I know we don't get this stat, but I would be curious to see how many points Richmond has gotten just in a one-on-one situation, getting beat to the basket. Beating Mason to the basket, that is.
That's a 15-point game down here with just a minute and some change, and it still doesn't feel that way. It still doesn't feel like a 15-point game. Amote knocks down the three. She's got 17.
1 minute remaining. Timeout.
And that's a 12-point lead as we head to the last minute. We'll be back here in a second on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. The Spiders up 67-55. But before we go, shout out to Rachel Olstrom, her 15th 100 career point. She's 10th all time on the Spiders list. Man, oh man, this has been a special group with her and Dugan and Budnick before. These three ladies have all put themselves in Spider lore in the top 10. So shout out to Rachel Olstrom. We'll be back in a second on the LegacyMaker Sports Network.
Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, Call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-51.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 58 seconds left. And we are nearing the end of this one, which has been a really good basketball game.
And it looks like Mason has definitely decided not to foul, which is smart. Sometimes coaches will foul no matter how far they're down, but I agree with this decision here. Just let the game play out. And again, one-on-one to the basket. And a foul.
And that's going to be Walton's fourth. Now, Walton did a good job of not, getting any fouls here after she got taken out that last time. But like I said, just a tough game for her. She's 3 for 20.
Yeah.
3 for 20 is tough.
I don't want to be the team playing her next, is all I can tell you.
And just for security purposes, the team playing her next, Dayton. 11 o'clock in the morning for the education game out there in Dayton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
they'll be playing before a packed house, that's for sure.
Yeah, so she's probably going to, if you're in the Dayton area, I hope things go well for you. That's all I can say.
Yeah, shout out to these schools that do these education day games. It's a great opportunity to get the community involved. I know I've taken kids out before to education day games, and gives the kids experience seeing something they might not see otherwise. So shout out to the schools that do that.
A nice knockdown there by Brown, and I concur. Those education games are a lot of fun. We've had a lot of chances to, I've had a lot of chances to do those games, and that little squeal scream is always different from the fans.
And then especially these days when they get to 67 points, boy, those kids love that 6-7.
Oh yeah, in our education game that we did here in Richmond. So they were playing Bethune-Cookman, and as soon as that 6-7 hit, it was a wrap. And we didn't get it in this game. Well, they had already had it, and they didn't do the emotion. Must be finally going out of our style.
Yeah, Lord, maybe our crowd's a little smarter here than that. I guess.
There you go.
No. I guarantee you, there's some children in the audience that know what 6-7 means.
Yes, most definitely.
I mean, who knows what it means, really, but it doesn't mean anything.
I think for a while everybody was like, well, what exactly? Because I remember, I saw something and said, what does it mean? I still don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it has something to do with one of the ball boys, LaMelo, or one of them.
One of them.
Has something to do with one of them. But,
Somebody will laugh at us later when they listen to this.
They
don't know what they're talking
okay.
about.
I teach high school. I try to stay somewhat relevant.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. I'm still not cool, but, that ship has sailed.
14 seconds. Looks like we may have a timeout here. With 14 seconds left. And we've seen two teams, battling out here. You got the number 2 spot technically in the conference. I mean, if you're Mason, you're trying to hold on tight to the 1 spot, tied with Rhode Island. And now, with the way this is unfolded, Richmond is going to bump ahead just a little bit with the head-to-head matchup over Mason. Just a real quick, we'll go over some of the scores in the Atlantic 10. We saw Davidson beat George Washington 68-58. LaSalle defeating Fordham 70-53. St. Bonaventure in a nail-biter with Duquesne 72-71. And Duquesne just has not been able to get that first A-10 win. Dayton with a nice win over St. Joe's 75-73. And Loyola Chicago defeating VCU 66-55. Man, oh man, the A-10 competition gets better and better.
And if any of you are following the top 25, yes, UConn women won again today. Played without Sarah Strong. Gave her the day off, they said.
Gave her the day off.
Gave her the day off.
That's when you know you're talented.
That's when you know you are good, absolutely.
So, we're going to rest up this time and let them go with it. So here we go, 14 seconds. Sweeney over to Dugan. They're trying to wear it out here. Dewey gets it up the floor. 6 seconds left. Over to Dugan.
If they could just hold the ball.
There it is. The Richmond Spouters.
Oh, my goodness.
Are going to let this go, or?
She called the foul.
Yeah,
they're going to shoot.
She's going to go to the free throw line.
And this is a teachable moment too. Montang,
She's a freshman.
she got frustrated. Didn't want them to hold the ball and fouls, which that's definitely a teachable moment as a coach. You just don't do that. No need to do that.
So it looks like they're going to have to check for the time to verify. So it looks like they're going to may have to make an adjustment here, but we will get free throws and a chance for Richmond to hit the 70 mark. But a big win for Richmond here. It's going to be big thing here. Allie Sweeney played every minute.
Yeah.
40 minutes on the floor. Dugan played 39. Ostrom played 38.
Wow.
Impressive.
And not winded in the least.
No.
These kids are.
She doesn't look phased.
I say kids. These young women are in shape. I tell you, watching them warm up before the game, both teams did a full workout. I felt like we sat here for over an hour and watched them, and I looked up and I thought, wow, like they were being put through quite a workout before the game. So,
I was tired watching.
Amen.
Dugan knocks them both down. And that'll have Dugan with 19 points. And ladies and gentlemen, the Richmond Spiders will win this one.
Wow.
71-57 over George Mason, handing the Patriots their first loss in Atlantic 10 play.
Wow, and I think, Richmond just came out in the second half and just handled Mason. I feel like it was no question from the onset of the second half that Richmond was in charge. And perhaps coach at halftime told him, hey, this is your house. And, losing a game isn't always a bad thing on Mason's side. Sometimes you come out and you remember what that was like and how you didn't like it, and you pledge not to let it happen again. So we'll just have to see. The season is not over, and there's a lot of basketball left to be played.
Yeah, and these two teams do face off one more time, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's something that you just have to look out for. And this screams Atlantic 10 tournament at some point. We don't know how that will end up landing up, but if the seeding is the way it is now, Richmond would be the 2 seed, Mason would be the 3, Rhode Island. We're currently the number 1 seed, and in this conference, anything can happen. I mean, it's always been a tight conference. There's always been really good, solid teams in there. That we've seen teams make runs from the 11th seed. Anything can happen.
Right, yeah. Like I said, a lot of season left, a lot of basketball left, and you always have to keep an eye open for those teams who aren't winning many games, maybe those at the bottom of the conference, because they can sneak up and be the spoiler and change a season in one game.
And in an instant. We will be having a post-game interview with a Spider. We haven't got the name of that Spider yet, but we will be having an interview with a Spider here in just a second. Real quick, we'll go over the points until that Spider does come. We got Dugan leading the way with 20 points. And I'm not going to say acquired 20 points, but it felt that way.
Right.
Dugan had 20 points. Ostrom with 18. Sweeney had 16. Newell and Dewey both had 5. Simon had 5. Oh, it looks like we're going to get Maggie Dugan.
Go ahead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a special guest with us today. It's trying to fight you.
Hold on. Sorry.
I know, you're fine. Ladies and gentlemen, Maggie Dugan leading the way for the Spiders with 20 points on the day, 7 for 16. A little tough day maybe from the three-point line, but nevertheless a very nice win against Mason. What were your thoughts on the game?
I mean, we knew they were going to be a really tough opponent, undefeated in conference coming in, so we knew we had to lock in on defense. I think their whole starting 5 is really a big offensive threat, so we really needed to know where their scorers were, and we needed to lock in on our gaps and our offensive rebounding. I think they crashed really, really well. That's something that we're going to have to clean up for next time, but I just think it was a really great team win. We all kind of bought into the process and what we needed to do, and I'm just really proud of everybody.
It seemed like early in the game, both teams had a little bit of a struggle going on. There was 28-28 at the half. What was the feeling? Was it just like things weren't clicking the way you guys wanted to?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we were kind of just adjusting to how they were guarding us. We didn't really know what they would do, what their matchups would be, but once we kind of figured that out, it took a little longer than we anticipated going into the half. But yeah, after the halftime, we really just regrouped and regathered, and we knew our shots were going to fall. We knew that we were going to, get the offensive boards or the defensive boards, try and limit them. And yeah, it was, like I said before, it was just an all-around team win, and I'm really proud of everybody.
What's the biggest thing that, as a team, that you think you can take from this game as you get ready for the next one?
It can be anybody's night. I think Allie Sweeney was a warrior tonight. She battled through, getting hit constantly, getting pressured full court the whole game. Rachel had a bunch of really great cuts and made some shots when we needed it. Alicia, her defense, Rain's defense, and then Sam and T on the boards. I think they battled number 22 really, really well. She's a handful for sure. So it was a really big team win.
And the last thing before we go, and I like to give this question to everybody, but is there anything you'd like to say to Spider Nation before we get out of here?
Thank you so much for continuing to show up and support us. I feel like the crowd keeps getting bigger and bigger as the season goes on, and it doesn't dawn on us what that means, and it's really special, and we're super grateful to have so many fans that show us love, whether that's watching. I get texts all the time saying that I'm watching, and everybody who gets to come. So just thank you and keep it up.
All right, everybody, that's the amazing Maggie Dugan. 20 points, one of the best scorers in the nation. Maggie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, that is it here for this contest. I want to thank Maggie Dugan for coming in and joining us for that post-game interview. Coach, any final thoughts on this one before we go?
No, I just thank you for the opportunity. I enjoyed this, and I've seen the game from different perspectives, and this was a new one for me, and I've had a good time. I look forward to doing it again.
Oh, yeah, we got to have you back, Coach. This was too much fun. We had a really good time out there today. Once again, everybody, we'd like to thank you all for tuning in, for joining us for this Legacy Maker Sports broadcast. The Richmond Spiders win this one 71-57. They moved to 20-4 on the season, 10-1 in the Atlantic 10. The Mason Patriots go from 15. They're now 15-7, and they are 10-1 in the Atlantic 10. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next time here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network.